what's going on, y'all, what it is. So let's go ahead and slide on this topic. And I know some of you probably already seen the crash out that's going down between Tamar and her ex-husband. She did say they were married at one point, JR. Well, if you haven't heard, Tamar recently found out that JR actually charged her credit card while he was in New Orleans. I believe he was down there for a funeral of a friend that passed away. And basically, he charged her card. He says it was by mistake, but if you said that you guys haven't been together for 6 months, I don't understand why you have her credit card information on file. If you're not going to be there for her emotionally, if you're not going to be there for her physically, because this is what he said, and you're going to see the clip. JR was adamant when he said that he explained to Tamar that when they came to the conclusion that their marriage and relationship on that level was coming to an end and it was going to evolve into just a friendship, that he was no longer going to be there for her emotionally or physically. And again, let me reiterate, I don't understand if you're going to have those boundaries for your relationship. That must equate to every part and dynamic of the relationship, like removing her credit card information. All right. I don't know why you have it in the first place, to be honest. But anyway, so Tamar's card was charged so that JR could book his room at the Four Seasons. Now, later on, he's going to explain that they fixed it. He gave the money back or whatever the case may be. It was just a simple, honest mistake. But I don't know if somebody alerted Tamar or she did some investigative work. But she found out that this woman by the name of Jalen H., who is 25 years old, may have been spending some time with JR in that room where Tamar's credit card was used to book it. So, of course, Tamar went straight to space. You got her crashing out in her own garage, walking like Beyonce was with that bat in her Lemonade video, and whatever the case may be. She got on neon green biking shorts and an army coat. She's singing the song Mary, Mary, I'm Walking, and things of that nature, right? And so they had an explosive phone call behind this. And so things went left quickly. Now, Tamar screenshotted the young lady's IG page and basically posted it, and she had something to say, and I believe that she tagged JR because he talks about it in the video clip. And this is what she said.
So this is the post that Jeremy was referring to when he went live. Tamar said and tagged him in the girl's page. Played in my face for a 25-year-old. SMH took my jewelry, took me to Turks, and all along had a whole tramp. I hate you, Jeremy Robinson.
So I get it. There are boundaries that have been set by JR because he really doesn't want to be with Tamar. He doesn't want to be with her physically or emotionally. But when she's doing something for him, just like August the 24th that just passed, she basically iced him out for his birthday, I believe, and he took the jewelry. So if you're going to set boundaries, again, let me reiterate, set boundaries across the board. Don't take expensive gifts from nobody when you know that that could make that person feel like that there's some type of hope or there's a little window that things could get better between the two of y'all and you guys can rekindle y'all relationship. Don't take those gifts, but you did. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that JR can't afford it himself, but it does feel better when somebody else spend that type of money on you and you can keep your money to yourself. Now, here comes the manipulation on JR's part, right? Because I feel like this dude is kind of a master manipulator, right? And so he's going to say to all of this, which he said, I told you I set boundaries. I told you that I didn't want you in that way or whatever the case may be. I didn't tell you to go buy me anything. I didn't tell you to take me on these trips. These are things that you provided on your own, which is true, but there's another side to this. See, JR is trying to absolve himself from any wrongdoing by trying to put it on Tamar like she's crazy and delusional because I set the boundaries, right? But you keep taking and taking things from her, and to me, that's a form of leading her on. And listen, I've been critical of Tamar in the past. I don't like some of her ghetto ways, her ghetto dispositions and things of that nature, but Tamar is smart enough to know that when somebody tells you that they don't want any parts of you physically or emotionally, that person is particularly checked out of the relationship. You shouldn't be gifting them anything at all. You should have made sure that your credit card information is not in his possession at all, right? Make him erase it, delete it or whatever, right? So I'm not putting all this on JR, But I'm not gonna let him twist and turn his way out of this, because I'm gonna hold him accountable too for basically leading her on, in my opinion. Now, something that I thought that Tamar could have kept to herself is when she said that I even married you after you ate Tommy's peach. Now, Tommy is the girl from Love and Hip Hop, and they were seen together at an Atlanta Hawks game, and they were chilling, and Tommy came online and basically said that she let JR eat her peach, but she didn't let him hit the skins. I just think that it was so cringe to hear Tamar just come out and say that. But again, another thing I want to say about the credit card thing before I forget, right? It's not above the realm of possibility that JR knew exactly what he was doing when he used Tamar's credit card to purchase that room, because he knew that that would set Tamar off and basically get under her skin. They could have been in a previous argument, I don't know. Now, whether he was with that 25-year-old girl, Jalen, intimately or not, it doesn't really matter, because if there's a notion or some type of inkling that there was a girl attached to a room where Tamar's credit card was used to book, he knew that Tamar was gonna go red given the nature of the situation. Now, before I play the clips of Tamar and JR airing out their business publicly for the whole wide world to see, I wanna basically read to you guys what they were posting to their stories on Instagram, basically going at each other. So Tamar says, it's up, so now I can remember who the F I am, and this will never get any more energy from me. Then she goes on to say, no, but all seriousness, I'm so glad this is over. Then she posts a scripture and it says, I have called you by your name, you are mine. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you, and through the rivers, they shall not overflow you. When you walk through the fire, you shall not be burned, nor shall the flame scorch you, for I am the Lord your God, the Holy One of Israel, your Savior. Isaiah 43, 1-3. Then JR takes to Instagram and says, grace in the morning, mental health is real. Some people are truly great manipulators. They will lie, cheat, treat you poorly, and somehow manage to make it seem as if it was your fault. Do not fall for it. That is their character, who they are and what they do. Be the better person and just turn, walk away, and do what's best for you. Then he says, be thankful for closed doors, bad vibes, and stuff that falls apart. It'll protect you from things not meant for you. Then he says, it's about to get real successful around here. Then he goes on to say, I will never feel bad about doing what's best for me. And then last but not least, he says, sometimes I really do inspire myself, like, damn, I went through all of that and kept on going.
Things come out about men. They always say, oh, the woman is delusional. Oh, we wasn't together. Oh, I wasn't leading nobody on. And, oh, they did the things on their own. Come on. How many times have we heard that story? And so I don't even know why we're trying to perpetuate that storyline today. Listen, I'm in my 40s, and come on, I have had my fair share of relationships and, my dealings with men, and, when we having like male friends, I hear a lot of stuff. I've been around the world and okay? So I've heard it all. So we're not going to sit here and pretend that anybody is not going to drop a bag on a man or go to a city like Turks and Caicos if you didn't feel that there was a chance of reconciliation. And let's just be clear. I didn't ask myself. To no birthday parties. This person told me right over here at the St. Regis, I want you to be a part of my birthday. Now, if you seeing this, that, and the other, why you want me to come? Now, y'all got to realize, now the man didn't say the status of our relationship. At that time, we were very much married. Very much married. So I am thinking that, I am pouring into my marriage that is troubled, that, I want, because I love my kids. I love my family. I love you. You know that. You just said you love me. So now all of a sudden, now we not, okay. So I'm pretending and I'm delusional and I made all of this stuff up. Okay. Now I don't have to buy no man. I know who I am. I know the kind of money I make. I know the status of my life. I don't have to buy no man. But if I'm pouring into my relationship, pouring into someone that I want to rekindle something with because this is not my boyfriend, I'm wrong for that? Oh, and I'm on my own for that. And not you saying, oh, when your birthday come around, I'm a wop, woom, woom. Like, I had absolutely no idea to feel like I was in this by myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, people have seen us out. People seen us at your favorite restaurant. Yes, we have been quote unquote living apart. And I guess you want to say single where we could, date other people and see what's out there. But you clearly told me you wasn't with nobody. You clearly told me that
You are emotionally unavailable, and you just hitting whop whop and whoop whoop. And my whole thing, and let's not make it like, oh, I got. I'm sorry, we keep being cut off, but this is important. And we're not gonna make it like, oh, now Tamar got mental health issues. Now y'all done seen this man. We're not gonna pretend that this man has not been airing me out and embarrassing me for the past 6 months. Now, if there was not an understanding between he and I, y'all see me sit up here and take a bunch of L's and apologize and really try to work toward my marriage and try to, fix, because the truth is, y'all, so much, I don't even really know. But just like he said, I'm not going to divulge everything, but I'm not going to let nobody sit up here and make it seem like I am delusional and deranged, and you clearly said you don't want me. Y'all know when I found out I was getting a divorce and my divorce is going to be final on our trip to Turks and Caicos. Didn't say that. That's when I found out at the bar. I got an email. So let's not do that. Friend, don't do that. Friend, don't do that, And here is the thing. Like I said before, I did not mean to post that lady. It could have been, it was a casualty award. It could have been anybody. Because like he told me, he busting down, wop, wop, wop. He ain't even in nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't say he cheated on me. I said you played in my face. Because the truth of the matter is that you were supposed to be here for me, to show up for me on Sunday. And you didn't do that. And just like I told him, this got to be a two-way street, boo. I can't show up for you and you don't show up for me. That can't happen. And so you decided to extend your trip and didn't say anything to me in New Orleans. And then I find out I didn't even say nothing to you. I didn't even make it a big deal. I didn't, this person is making it seem like I am off the rails. And I get why y'all is very believable. And people, every time I fall out with somebody, they always take that story. Now, oh, y'all see how she acting on her reality show? Well, not the past 3 reality shows. Tamar has grown up. And that's why I'm not going to let nobody speak on my mental health and make that an underlined issue and make it like I'm defaming somebody's character, because the truth of the matter is y'all was following each other on all platforms and also, responding on each other's pages. And the hotel told me. How did I know? This is not just a hotel mix-up. Because, no, I got charged. And the problem was that I asked you, I called you very calm, Now, let me know if hotel policies have changed or not. They will ask you, oh, would you like to use the card on file? Or is there another card? Yeah, I'm not trying to make this a big deal. I swear, it's not about, y'all, it's $1,000. It's not, make or break. It's the point. The point is that you wanted me to sit back and let you not only use my card, let's just say it's a mix-up. Okay, fine. But now it's different because you're using my card for your extracurricular activities. And let me just keep it gangster. I wouldn't even trip on that. You know what I'm saying? Wop, wop. It's not that serious. Me and your relationship status has changed. The way I see you have changed. You know what I'm saying? Just like you outside, baby, I'm outside too. Let's stop pretending like you is the last of the Mohicans. You are not. You know what I'm saying? It's just not like, oh, I'm addicted to the white meat. It was fine for what I had, but okay. It ain't giving that. And the truth is, I put too much on it because we were married, and I take my vows serious, and I thought that you did too. And so the truth is, I was waiting for you to come around like a wife, because all I know how to be is a wife. I was married to Vince, and that didn't work out. And I got with D, and we were getting married, and I got with you, and we got married, and I married you after you ate somebody, whole booty sandwich. So let's not talk about WAP and what happened before then, okay? Don't make it seem like I'm a bad person. Don't make it seem like I didn't put up with a lot. Don't make it seem like, oh, I've been so gracious to her, and, you know, I have been giving grace, and she's a da-da-ba-da-ba-da-ta-da-wop-wop. No, baby. Don't do that. We have given grace to each other.
You know, I initially was going to take the high road in this situation and not say anything. But the reality is I cannot keep getting attacked. My character can't keep getting attacked. I can't keep being thrown under the bus because someone can't control their anxiety. And someone can't control these delusional thoughts about things that aren't real. I am in no way wanting to attack anybody. My purpose in my life has always been to protect. I haven't ran to social media every time something happened to me in that relationship. Because trust me, with all the receipts and all the things that have happened, I could have. But I've chose to do what a real man does, and that is protect the person that I've been with. In this situation, I'll be very clear. I've been single for the last 6 months. We have been trying to identify what that looks like, closing one chapter and figuring out what it's like to be friends again. I've been very specific about my boundaries. I've been very specific about where we stand as friends. Go date anybody you want. I'm going to date when I'm ready. I am emotionally unavailable to you, and I'm physically unavailable to you. Now, birthday comes up, plans are put in place. Of course, I want someone that I consider to be family to be involved in that, because if anybody knows her, she is big on birthdays. I don't lead people on. I'm very direct. Listen, if anything that you're doing or that you want to do comes with an agenda, I don't want to be involved in it at all. I don't want you to be involved in my birthday plans. I don't want you to come to Turks and Caicos. This is not a reconciliation time. Whatever you decide you're doing is because we're friends, and because I'm still being involved in my son's life. I still would love for you to have a relationship with my children, but not to the extent that you make up these stories that aren't real. I went to New Orleans. I booked my room at Four Seasons on booking.com and didn't realize that the card I'm using, which also ends in the same 3 last numbers, was tied to something that we booked several months ago. No harm, no foul. We're talking $900. Stop it. While I'm in New Orleans for a funeral, my really good 25 plus year friend who passed away, I spent time with his family. I extended my stay because I needed time to reset. So I get a call yesterday. Hey, did you stay at Four Seasons? Yeah, I did. In fact, I extended. I gave them my card and everything's good. Why? What's up? Oh, well, I got a call about some chick who used my card at Four Seasons. I said, that's not possible. This is funny. Ha ha ha. What are you talking about? Well, I thought we can friends. We can talk about it, but this is laughable. I didn't stay with anybody at the Four Seasons. I'm not seeing anybody. Wasn't on a date. None of that. If I was, you're my friend. What do I have to hide about that? I'll just say cooler heads didn't prevail. And next thing you know, I'm on her story and I'm being accused of things which are just blatantly not true. I have never led Tamar Braxton on. I never will, nor will I. There are people, hate the name drop, but hey, Carlos King, you got me involved in this. You're part of the reason why we became friends. But I've been very clear about my boundaries. I've been very clear about wanting to have a friendship, but not to the extent that, friends don't throw each other on their stories and call each other out on stuff. Like, look, if there was a mix up with the card because of booking.com, that's a quick fix. It's already taken care of. I've already contacted Four Seasons and they've already issued a refund and they charged my card. It's that simple. Where did this random woman come in that you called a tramp? Somebody I became friends with on Instagram like maybe 3 days ago. It's just a reach, and I'm tired of having to stay quiet and not defend myself. Mental health is real, and I understand how sometimes anxiety can get the best of us. But you just don't go on social media and start attacking somebody you say that you love, that you care for as a friend, and then you post pictures of you and my daughters together, but then you're throwing their dad under the bus. It's not cool, man. And the unfortunate reality is I thought that I could be friends and try to maintain some type of friendship, but that relationship is done. And I didn't want to come out and like 6 months ago and be like, hey, I'm single again, because then people are like, oh, you're sassy. What? This is the reason why I did it last time, because of this assumption that I'm leading somebody on and that I'm cheating. I have never cheated in my life. Find a woman that will tell you I cheated on her. I'm not successful because I cheat. When I'm committed, I'm completely committed. Now, I'm not going to go there. There's a lot more I could talk about. I'm not going to do it because this isn't about revenge. This is about saying, hey, wait a minute. This shouldn't have happened. Picking up the phone and talking calmly and saying, hey, Jay, I got charged on my card. You stayed at Four Seasons. Okay, cool. But then you had to find a random narrative to go with it. It's messed up. And the truth is now there's potential defamation behind it because I don't even know this person. Never met her in my life. Never even had a DM with her. Again, here I am defending myself because of all of these assumptions and all these internet bullies who don't have a clue, not one thing, they don't know nothing about me.
All right, so you guys just got finished hearing their perspective on things and the nature of their relationship. I want you all to feel free to drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about what they had to say. And also give me your thoughts and analysis on everything that I discussed as it pertains to how I feel about JR and Tamar and things of that nature. Drop down and let a brother know. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and if you're new here, consider subbing to the channel, and I'll get with you guys later. Peace.